Hi Manish, how are you doing today?
Hey Gaurav, I'm good. Just catching up with the 2023 Union Budget updates.
Hey, that's good. Every union budget gets better with the GST Act in place.
What's better, bro? Looks all the same. Taxes were being levied in the past as well.
Bro, you know what? GST is one of the biggest tax reform in the past 60 years.
I know. There are reforms mentioned in the budget, but what exactly are they supporting? That's something to be understood.
Okay, let me give you some basic information. GST is Goods and Service Tax. GST Act is the result of great effort of a tri-way partnership between government, professionals and business sector. The term GST is defined in Article 366(12)(a) to mean any tax on supply of goods or services or both, except taxes on supply of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. It's one of its kind, and many countries across the world have adopted it.
Seems like a superb reform, but what's big about it?
Well, it's got a lot of salient features and they are special. What's big is that it's based on the policy of one nation, one tax after abolishing systems of taxes in the past. I can introduce you to some big features. One tax for manufacturing, trading and services. Reduction in cascading effect, which is also called tax on tax. More revenue to the government plus a lower burden on existing taxpayers. Both are now possible. Multiple registrations. Online matching of all invoices. Uniformity among states. Goods versus services was a confusion. Now there is no dilemma. It's a consumption-based tax. Abolition of CST. It boosts Make in India, vocal for local as we say it. It applies GST on imports at full rate. It works on harmonized system of nomenclature. That's a 6-digit code based in classification of more than 5,000 goods accepted worldwide.
That's very informative. But who all are liable to be covered under the GST Act?
Look, GST registration is mandatory for any business involved in the supply of goods whose turnover in the financial year exceeds Rs 40 lakh for normal category states and Rs 20 lakh for special category states. It's also mandatory for any business involved in the supply of goods and services whose yearly financial turnover exceeds Rs 20 lakh for normal category states and Rs 10 lakh for special category states. As in any kind of business related to the supply of goods and services where transactions are made.
I know GST has a policy of one nation, one tax. Then why do we have 3 components in GST?
There are 3 types of GST and these are based on the types of transactions made. A business transaction can happen intrastate or interstate. Hence, the nature of the transaction decides which category of GST will be applied. Let me take you further. Central Goods and Service Tax. CGST is a tax on all intrastate suppliers of goods or services or both. The amount of CGST taxed will go to the central government. State Goods and Service Tax. SGST is a tax on all intrastate suppliers of goods or services or both. The amount of SGST taxed will go to the state government. Integrated Goods and Service Tax. IGST is a tax on interstate and intrastate supply of goods and services. Integrated GST will be collected by center. IGST will also apply on imports. I can send you some data on GST Act if you want to understand the Act in details. At present, I hope you have a bit more clarity on GST now.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Would love to know more about it. Information received is under process.
Well then, I got a balance sheet to maintain. Hope you got to know about the GST Act a bit better. If you want to know anything in details about the GST Act, hit me up. Buy me a cup of coffee after work and I shall be happy to explain things better.
Sure, buddy. We'll definitely hit you up.